The story of diseased parents' HOA delinquency from over 2 years ago. You've just lost a parent. The funeral is behind you. The grief is fresh, and you're trying to pick up the pieces of your life. You sit in their quiet house, where every creak of the floorboard feels like a memory. But then, an envelope slides through the door. Not a condolence card. Not a message of support. A bill. A notice. A warning. It's the HOA. And according to them, your deceased parent owes money. Delinquent dues. Late fees. From over 2 years ago. The parent may be gone. But the debt still lives. At first, you laugh bitterly. Surely this is a mistake. Surely no one would try to collect money from the dead. But HOAs don't see people. They see payments. The letter says, balance due, $1,342. HOA delinquency from 27 months ago. Immediate action required. The air in the cabin-like home turns cold. The wooden beams overhead groan like they know something you don't. Outside, the HOA's well-trimmed hedges cast shadows that look like grasping hands. You try to ignore it, but the letters don't stop. They multiply. Certified mail. Red stamps. Final notice. Legal action pending. Every time you pick one up, it feels heavier than paper should. You call the board, your voice shaking. My mother is dead. She's been gone for 2 years. Why are you sending me this? A silence. Then a flat, almost mechanical reply. The property remains. The debt remains. The estate is responsible. Until the balance is cleared, the account is delinquent. It doesn't matter that she's gone. It doesn't matter that you've barely begun grieving. To them, the ledger rules all. And suddenly you realize, the HOA isn't just about lawns and fences. It's about power. And power doesn't die. You return to the old family cabin. The house smells faintly of cedar and dust, like it's holding on to the past. But that night, when the wind rattles the shutters, you dream of her. She's standing by the mailbox, pale, silent, pointing at the stack of letters with eyes that say, they won't let me rest. You wake up drenched in sweat, heart pounding. The HOA has become more than a nuisance. It's an intruder, parasite that feeds on grief. Weeks pass. The $1,342 becomes $1,900. Then $2,450. Fees stacking like bricks in a wall, sealing you in. Neighbors whisper. Some say the board has the power to foreclose, to take the house entirely, just to feed on a 2-year-old debt. Others say you should just pay it, no matter how unfair, or the property will be marked forever. And every night, you hear her voice in your dreams. Don't let them take it. What makes this truly chilling is not the numbers, but the psychology. Psychologists call it entitlement bias, the belief that shared authority stretches into private grief. To the HOA, your mother's death doesn't mean the end of obligation. In fact, it becomes leverage. They know you're vulnerable. They know you'll do anything to keep the home. And so they wait, and they press, and they threaten. Because to them, it isn't about fairness. It's about control. One night, you sit alone in the cabin, letters scattered on the table like a deck of cursed cards. A knock echoes at the door. You freeze. On the porch, the HOA president, clipboard in hand, smiling thinly. Just here to remind you, we'll be moving forward with action if this isn't resolved. The candlelight flickers, casting his shadow long and monstrous across the wall. For a moment, it doesn't look like a man. It looks like a wraith, something that feeds not on money, but on compliance. You slam the door, but the words echo in your mind all night, moving forward with action. In the end, you pay. Not because you believe it's right, but because you can't bear the weight anymore. And as the check clears, you feel a shift in the house. The air loosens. The shadows shrink. That night, you dream of her again. Smiling this time, walking away from the mailbox. Free at last. But deep down, you know the truth. The HOA doesn't just govern property. It governs peace. And once disturbed, peace doesn't return easily. The debt may be gone, but the memory of being hunted for it will linger like a ghost. This isn't just a story about money. It's a story about how HOAs cross lines, how they turn grief into leverage, how they transform neighbors into collectors, and how they make the dead pay through the living.